This is part 2 of Malvern Hill on Legendary difficulty. So, finally the army gets up, and this has been sped up a bit because you have to micromanage all of these units, especially the snipers. And now I want to move my, start moving my infantry to the right, and then kind of hook around these units that are going to stay on the left. There are 6, 7, and I'd like to push all these units to the left. That's kind of what I'd like to do. Push them all to the left. And I'm not sure that just attacking wouldn't have worked out better or just as well. I'm not sure. But I have an entire corps that 2 divisions are launching from 2nd Corps on my left here in the center, and 2 divisions are about to attack the North Bridge, and then another division is going to attack right across the ford to the south. So, yeah, I want to avoid fighting. Like, if you just push across the bridge, he'll have a bunch of units that will clump up in the south, and then when the map opens up, I guess they'll just go to the south. I want to avoid that. I want to push the whole, everything to the left. So, yeah, we're in the process of doing that. He sure does have a lot of stuff on the right, though. This would have been a whole lot easier if his stuff had moved to the left. And, yeah, I should have crossed, made a demonstration of some type at the crossing, maybe pushed my units on the right harder to attract some attention before doing this. But yeah, he's all stacked up over here, and I want to push him to the left and encircle him, of course. Yeah, this is a lot easier if you just basically walk and there's nothing here, and you encircle him and then he's dead. Well, it's not going to work out that way. We're going to have to fight the whole way across and push all of these guys by force into a pocket. And it's going to be costly. Yeah, all my infantry is shifting left, which is going to work out. But unfortunately, I'm exchanging shots in the open with his infantry. My infantry's in the open, his is in the open. Yeah, really, at this point, I should have just fallen on his flank and pushed him, attacked his left flank. Really just hit him everywhere. And I finally have a division up on the bridge, so we're just going to charge across the bridge first chance we get and just pop him, and that's going to work really well. Yeah, and I think we're about ready to run across the bridge. Now, ideally, you run across that bridge and it's just open space to the edge of the board on the other side, but now we're going to have to fight the entire way. So, I don't know, I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking, I should have really pushed harder on my right. Like, he's walking up and going to get shot to pieces as he tries to occupy that fortification, but really I could have just pressed. I mean, I have a ton of infantry up there and artillery, and we could have crushed those guys. There was no purpose in. But what I'm thinking is, these, like, First Corps fought up until this point and did really good job, and I need my second corps to get some XP. I particularly want them to get into melee. And I don't know if you're noticing it, but as we advance, his artillery is doing damage to us, but we are killing his artillery. But he has 4 in the background that are just having a field day. Yeah, his artillery here is a complete nightmare. Yeah, finally those guys are getting into place and getting ready for the attack there. And fortunately, he's going to rout, and that creates a bit of an opportunity. Yeah, I do much better with my cav. If it sits quietly for the first half of every battle and doesn't do anything, it only comes into action when the enemy's been pretty beaten up, I do fairly well. But you've probably noticed that my cav units are taking a whole lot of collateral damage. My goal with the cav was for them to kind of be the second unit, have an infantry unit hit first, and then a melee cav hit second, and then 2 units on one would get the huge bonus. That was the plan. So but what I have not correctly calculated is anytime any unit, even detached skirmishers, fires into a melee, my mounted cav is going to take just crazy damage. So I guess we're going to go with plan B, which is 2 melee cav on 1 infantry with no supporting fire. Then we're going to keep shifting these guys to the left. Their left, your right as you're looking at this, and then down south. So yeah, when these guys cross the river and we pop these guys who are here, like his units are doing some really good damage to my army, but he's about to take a whole bunch of damage, and I'm about to attack across the river, and I'm about to move my cav up to support. Yeah, there they go. Because the guy that's the further south, he's going to be a target. So yeah, I think my recon unit, or my sniper unit, yeah, there goes another of his artillery, is just to not have to fiddle with his ammo anymore. Just move him back. Keep my snipers supplied and firing into this mass of troops that we're going to create, and they're just going to, get a bunch of kills. And it pays off. Yeah, I'm thinking that what I want to do is just inch these guys forward, then inch forward the artillery, and everybody just fires. Probably been just as far ahead if I had just sent the detached skirmishers forward like I normally do, which is what I end up doing in about 30 minutes, I think. 30 minutes in game. I end up just sending the detached skirmishers forward, and his units are so fragile, they just, they can't take it. And if you look at the, we outnumber the enemy 2-1. So now it's just a matter of how do we do this? This is no longer a question of if. Now that my army is on the field here, I'm going to just pop this guy that's here, kind of blocking progress. We're going to hit him with flanking fire and melee if we have to, and just pop him out of there. And General Something Compass is right there with an oversized unit to do that. Yeah, there's a skirmisher, can put some easy fire on the enemy. Yeah, and I'm just going to charge. 2 units on one. One of them is oversized. Now my cav has crossed, and everybody's going to charge this guy. So he puts up quite a fight. I thought with the incredible numbers that I have, that he would not put up much of a fight. And it's not even a general there. Like, the first guy is already routing. See the first guy? I mean, he's already falling apart. That second guy, well, I mean, he's pretty large unit, so, and he doesn't have anywhere to go. Yeah, the unit that got popped, he is retreating, and that's good. Now we'll just get out of melee rather than take fire from his unit, which counts as flanking fire. He's been degraded pretty badly. I don't want the other unit to get away, though. So I have another infantry unit charge in. Oh, and I did not tell him to hold fire. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt on my cav quite a bit. So I should have told him to hold fire. Okay, we've just about killed. 2 of his artillery is flashing white. The 3rd one isn't. But I'm going to have to stand and exchange shots with this guy, and he's inflicting losses. Good news is I'm inflicting losses too, but it's a little bit bloody. Yeah, if you can see I have one of my snipers just in front of my infantry. He's just getting free shots on that enemy unit. That's great. Yeah, why won't this guy die? The enemy infantry is less likely to surrender if your units are exhausted. And what I'm seeing is Cav tends to not capture the unit, but tends to shatter. That's not good. I mean, I need these guys to grind XP, but yeah. But look at his numbers fall. I mean, that's incredible. I should have had the detached skirmishers charge, because they're just inflicting losses on my cav. but I was hoping to get him to surrender. I think if I'd had another detached skirmisher on the other side and he was taking fire from both sides, there might have been a chance. Now he's down to almost 1,000. I mean, his numbers have really been plunging. I hit charge again. The charge meter on my melee cav, yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, now he's down to 800. Why is he not surrendering? All of my infantry over there is exhausted because those are all raw recruits, most of them. And they didn't, I mean, even though they had the stamina perk, they didn't have much in the way of stamina or efficiency. So yeah, I'd like to do two things. Kill his artillery and then start killing his generals. All three of them are there. Yep, and he shatters. So yeah, that's too bad. So I had like 1, 2, 3 infantry and 2 cav and the guy shatters. So, just bad luck. That should have been 1,000 captures, but there's a certain, you can stack up, you can do things to stack up the odds that you get a capture and not a shatter, which is what you want. Shatter doesn't help you at all. But yeah, we got into a little melee, that's fine. So his unit is sliding right because there are too many units now in place. And I'm looking at the condition of these guys, and we don't have to push these guys to the left. I can cut them off and kill them, and then leisurely surround and kill this group of infantry to the north. So, yeah, that we paid a price for it, thousands of losses. But now I'm looking at this, and this is. I mean, this is if I can cut these guys off and keep them from routing to the left, which is what I had originally intended to do. And I now have 2 infantry over there, kill his artillery, turn back, and convince him to stand on that little bit of water, and his entire group will die right there. I'll kill all of his officers, and his artillery will be gone, and then it's just harvest time. So in my army, some of the units are tired, but enough of the units are good. I mean, some of them have taken some pretty high losses, but we can still fight with this force over here. It's still very capable, and I want to get the cav moved to the other side of this force. Yeah, I'm finally getting the other sniper up, and the sniper 2 is going to continue to get a whole bunch of kills. Because the enemy's just standing there, and he's going to let me just shoot. And I have the supply wagon right there. My artillery's just racking up XP, which is good. His units are being degraded. I'm very happy. His artillery just died. So now I'm going to turn that unit around and come back. And hopefully we go ahead and, I'm thinking if all of his units just run left, that's fine. We'll push him into the corner and kill him. At least he won't go straight south into the woods, so that's fine. And this is the last of his artillery in this little clump. And all 3 officers, and he's doomed. All we have to do is just keep the pressure on right here, and we'll be fine. This time I do want a solid wall of infantry along the south edge of the map so his cav doesn't get into any trickery So I want to contain his cav and kill it. And I have plenty of infantry units. I thought maybe I didn't have enough infantry units to do everything I wanted, but I have plenty of infantry. Yeah, my snipers are just racking up kills. Just having a good day. Hey, my one sniper isn't fun. Yeah, there he goes. So my two snipers. Then that guy walked in front of my infantry. Then an infantry unloaded on him. So, yeah, and in the south, these guys are just being... I mean, there's only one unit that has any fight. And I move a detached skirmisher a little bit to the parent unit's right, just to put some more weight over there so the enemy doesn't want to go left. But I still think, I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking he's going to just take off and go to the edge of the map. I mean, there's no way I'm going to get this contained. So I dismount my rifle cav, and my rifle cav can grind some firearms skill. Even though it's going to be a melee cav, that doesn't hurt. It's not a bad thing to have. And I'm moving another infantry south. I don't want to push him too hard on the right, but I do want to, you know, I do want to get as many captures as I can before he pops out of here. And I'm looking at this, and now everybody seems to be flashing white. So I just have people charge. And 2-on-1 charges. These guys are going to grind some nice melee. Let's go ahead and get get my cav involved, so my cav can grind some nice, some more melee. This is perfect. 2 of his units already surrender, so I see where this is going. Yeah, I'm taking a bunch of collateral damage. But the collateral damage made that guy surrender. So turn the Palmetto around. Yeah, we only have 2 minutes, and I know when this map opens up, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff here. We're going to let that guy go. I need to get my cav out of there. We got the last unit. Now we need to think about forming a defensive line. One of his units got away, one shattered. That's fine. There's now a great big, like, he has a clump of infantry to the north that's just doomed. Yep, I give a whole bunch of units orders to form a solid line to the south. Yeah, that Palmetto is going to take damage from his skirmisher unit. I'm sending an infantry on the left side back north so he doesn't try to cross. I mean, even if he does, he's doomed, but it's just, I'd rather just push him south. And I'm going to just push him south. He inflicts some losses on my units. I retreat out of there. We don't need to do that. We don't need to exchange shots with him there. I'm going to hit him with overwhelming force, and I have artillery. This is just machine-like. He doesn't have any artillery, and I have like 10-to-1 advantage or some ridiculous thing. Look at the numbers, and his infantry is completely doomed. Now I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, oh, I should have sent my detached skirmishers forward a while ago. So yeah, then my last units come in, and all they're going to do is grind for stamina. I'm hoping this artillery can get some shots, but I think this is over before they get a single shot. Yeah, and I should have kept moving guys to their left. Yep, give the snipers something to do, let the artillery keep firing away. I want to make sure nobody's in the corner. That's something I occasionally do, is like clear a section of the map. And so once I know this whole right side of the map is clear, we'll move to the left and secure the next block of woods, and then so on. So yeah, just getting these guys sorted out. Yeah, those detached skirmishers are just... Look, detached skirmishers, he retreats. Let's see how long that 1900 will stand there. I'm going to come up behind him and hit him, and he's probably going to fall back. So I'm going to move up the infantry. I'd kind of like to get this force moved to the south, because once he starts to run south, it's going to be hard to move south. I can't move south as fast as he does. He's going to run away way too fast. So yeah, I can see his cav. If his cav stays there, that's fine. So we have the crossing secured. I really don't care if he goes all the way south down to the crossing. If he wants to cross there, that's fine. He'll just die on the other side. There isn't a whole bunch of map left. And it's 1730, so we have 3 hours. Yeah, and these guys aren't going to make it. I mean, I can actually just shoot these guys to ribbons and grind up firearms and efficiency. But I decided to go ahead and get the captures on the infantry. And then I remember this time to not kill the last unit and grind stamina. So, and the stamina numbers are just, after this battle, are just ridiculous. So that's a brilliant innovation that Hi Bob gave us. And I mean, I like the army building part of this as much as the combat. And coming out of this battle, how my army looks is just, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's incredible. And for someone who loves the army building aspect of this, it's just, you know, I've never had an army with these stats going, you know, going forward. I mean, this is just, it's pretty surprising. And the other thing that's surprising is how many Harper's Ferries I have. I mean, that's the last time I fought this battle. I think it was with Enfields, Lorenzes, and 42s, Mississippis and 42s. Yeah, I can see his calf, so I'm going to start moving everybody into this little pocket. And all of his units seem to be flashing white. The problem is, as soon as I attack from the north, he's just going to run south. Yeah, now we're just... Yeah, this is just methodical now. So I tell everybody to advance, basically, and get shots. Yeah, I need to contain his cav. That's number one. And then the second thing is, if I'm going to get these guys in melee, I need to be careful when I time this. Yeah, he's basically taking one shot and running away. So I got, I was surprised I got in melee there with one of his detached skirmishers. So anytime I get into melee accidentally, I just go ahead and charge 2-on-1. He has 700 cav that are just shot to pieces. He has another detached skirmisher, fortunately. Yeah, now he's starting to surrender. So if I want to get these captures, I need to just go after him. Okay, I was hoping to pick up the supply wagons, but he had a detached skirmisher there. And I'm charging here. And I'm going to charge his cav. Picking units that hopefully have pretty good condition. And yeah, I think that some of these guys are going to escape south, some of these infantry. So I can go ahead and kill the detached skirmisher, let one of his infantry units get away. Okay, his cav unit surrendered. That's good. Yeah, my detached skirmishers can fire into this from behind. That will really increase the likelihood that he surrenders. So yeah, my snipers don't have much to do. They're kind of in the way, so I send one of them back across the river, and his units, yeah, they're all falling apart. I would like to get some melee experience. So here's a neat thing that he does. You tell your unit to charge. He surrenders. Then the unit comes back, like he's recaptured, but your charge has to go through a cooldown. So yeah, it's cheating AI. It's basically the AI's way of, yeah, now these guys all surrender, and they're going to be recaptured instantly because I don't have anybody there. So I send some guys in to charge. The one guy who did not surrender, okay, he has somebody retreating south. I need to get in there, but I can't hit charge again because he surrendered. So I need to just tell everybody to run. Just get in there. And I need to not kill this last unit because it is only 1800. We have 2.5 hours. And recapture. Cheating AI. So I want to hit these guys before they shatter. Okay, the two guys to the north surrendered. So they should be done. Now, everybody run south. And if they do, they're just going to die. Okay, there's one unit left. And we got them. Okay, so we got all of them. None of them shattered. That's good. But I thought that was interesting. I told all my guys to charge. The enemy decided that that was a perfect time for everybody to surrender. All my units stopped charging. They all came back to life, and then I had to wait for I couldn't charge and get the charge bonus. Yeah, Johnson was even there to give a charge bonus to the charge bonus. So now what we want to do is get everybody out of there, not worry about this guy in the corner, the little skirmisher unit, and I'm going to cut it out. But we grind, yeah, we grind stamina for 2 hours. So we have until 2030. So I just send everybody north. I'm not going to tell all the too many units. I'm not going to tell them to walk in circles. Tell them all go north. Just put my infantry on run, and they all run north. And yeah. And then I'll have them run to the right edge of the map, and then run to the right south edge of the map, and then back north to the north left corner. Just, yeah. So we're going to take some. My Harper's Ferries are not going to go to the edge of the map. They're just going to do circles. My cav is going to do circles. I'm going to, I take off detached skirmishers and have my Harper's Ferries do circles, but all those guys are over 100 conditions. So it is now 2015, 2030, this is over. So I go ahead and put everybody on charge. All my units are fresh, so this should be good, and I'd like to capture. I have a couple of units target his supply wagons. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason, instead of firing into the skirmisher, my units are firing into the supply wagon. So we got a supply wagon, and then we got his unit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, 7,000 and change. Got almost 14,000 captures. Yeah, I'm very happy with that because of the way the enemy fought. I was lucky to get that result, I thought. Yeah, and the big thing is how good my army looks at the end of this. Ended up getting 6-1. Almost 46,000 of the enemy, but about 14,000. Yeah, you're seeing the results. The snipers did great. All the units, actually, I'm pretty happy with how most of them did. Yeah, the M&G was, oh man, the M&G, that was brutal. Yeah, it was right out in the open taking hits. My 24-pound howitzer, one of them, lost a gun or two. General Something Compass got 663 kills and was able to grind a lot of stamina, so he's going to be very close to his 3rd star. That's great. Yeah, all these 42s did fine. Hey, that unit, the E7, killed 440, lost 3. That's terrific. Yeah, some of the units in this battle just had to get hit by enemy artillery, and the enemy artillery did a job. I mean, I'm looking at the numbers. He had a bunch of guns, and they got a lot of kills. That's all there is to it. And I had to sit back, and my troops had to take it. 3 of my units didn't do anything. A bunch of promotions. So another 2-star, some colonels, some lieutenant colonels. Lieutenant colonels are good. And 5,600 Harper's Ferries. That's very good. 10 Ord. I can finally have a real battery. 7 more 10 Parrots. Yeah, looks great. He's giving me some 1855s, which I haven't been investing in. Yeah, looks really good. Yeah, a lot of Harper's Ferries. That's such a game-changing mechanic. It's a great thing. Longstreet, another 2-star, another 1,000 men. I have 13,200 new raw recruits. But the big thing for me, yeah, nothing. 41 to 46. Wow. Wow. That is, wow. That's amazing. Okay. So if I give this guy James Longstreet, we have an infantry unit with, yeah, as nice as that melee perk is, I don't know. Yeah, I think we will take the melee. Nice. It's a good unit. Yeah, these other units aren't so close, but okay. 2 of these units took a lot of casualties, and yeah, H1, losing that many men in my best unit was just, you know, I just have to change my mindset. But look at morale and stamina on these units, and firearms and efficiency all went up. Yeah, these numbers are just great. Yeah, these units are all looking really good. Yeah, the 2 10-pounders look like they're close to a 3rd star. Oh, I want the extended range. Yep, 10% additional range. That's some crazy efficiency. So yeah, the 10-pounders are going to get their 3rd star pretty soon, I think. This guy, looking good. Halfway to his 4th star. Not bad. This guy, a couple of battles, he'll have his 3rd star. Yeah, these are just, that guy's just backup. This was the Understrength Corps. Okay, morale, stamina, not too much on firearms, but hey, morale and stamina look good. I don't know if it was worth the effort. I think the officers got promoted, or they got a lot of gain. These guys just ground condition. This guy grounds some condition. Let's see what he looks like. I'll just blend him into something. Yeah, he'll just blend into an infantry unit somewhere. So, yeah, first 3-star infantry unit. Of course, we'll make him probably 2,500 in the next battle, so he'll lose that star. These guys will all merge left. Probably everybody will be 2,500 and start working on grinding up as much skill as possible with the infantry. So trying to get everybody in shape for Second Bull Run. Oh, and here's a big thing. Yes, 500 of these. And I think I have 300 or 400 that I've already purchased. Maybe the Enfields. Yeah, I'll get the Enfields and that's it. So, yeah, that's good. I will have to buy some more Enfields, I guess. Oh, looks like we'll get our 10th point in politics, and then I'll need 1 point in Army organization for the next battle, or for second bull run. And I guess the rest of it will start to go into economy. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was a fun battle. I learned a lot from doing it. I think I'll fight it differently next time, but I'm very happy with that result. And we're moving on to the next battle. I'll see you in camp.